Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. So excited to be with you in the studios talking a little real estate on Saturday. What else is better? Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in. It's a big weekend in my house, in the Coleman house. Little man is going to be 3 years old today. It's kind of hard to believe. Got two little ones. I've got my daughter, Kinsley. She is 8 years old. And then my son, he's 3. So big man is 3 years old. He came right out of after COVID. So if you guys have had children during that time frame and everything that's gone wild over the years, it's kind of seemed like it's just been a fog over those last couple of years. But so thankful for him, and happy birthday, Isaac. I want to give him a special shout out on the radio, and happened to be in the studio today. So got a little birthday surprise. My little man's in there with my daughter, so got to give him a little shout out. So happy birthday to my kids. Hope you guys are doing well, and a busy week in real estate. Things are picking up. It is officially that closer to the season of spring season. So much going on. Interest rates were down last week. Was really exciting to see. They were the lowest we've seen in a long time. Hope that's indication for what we're expecting here in the spring market. We got a good show for you guys today. If you're tuning in, we're talking about new year, lots of new things moving forward. We talk about real estate investing. So we're talking about tips to be successful in real estate investing. And as you know, we may own a bunch of little properties that we have over the years and accumulated. And so we're going to talk about our experience in owning real estate, investment real estate. So whether you're a savvy veteran or it's your first time buying a property, or maybe you're just have thought about real estate as an investing. You're watching the stock market, you're watching what goes on in the marketplace, and you say, hey, real estate's done well over the years. It's been a solid investment, and I want to kind of get into the real estate business of investing. You know what they say cash flow, Ryan. If your money's not working for you, let's get some cash flow. I said, well, that is a good idea. And real estate is one of the best investments I still believe that you could make. A lot of the experts are going to say you're going to diversify. But I think I'll start with Ryan's tip number one is whatever you invest in, let's make sure you understand it. And if sometimes you don't understand it, you don't really understand or comprehend it, then it's probably not a good investment for you. So real estate is not complicated, i.e., my wife tells me all the time, that's why I do it. No, I'm just kidding. But it's not complicated, but it's not easy. And it's not for the faint at heart. There's a lot that goes involved in owning real estate, residential, commercial, being a landlord. One of my employees today, we were chatting a little bit, and she was telling me about, I don't envy your position. I tried to be a landlord, and I had some great people that we were taking care of, and they were just wonderful, Ryan. And everything about the time that they were there, we were great landlords. And just one day, I happened to walk in, and they had this leak from the ceiling. And I noticed it because I almost stepped on the bucket in the middle of the floor. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And she was like, well, we had a leak, so we put a bucket. How long has that been going on? 3 weeks. She said, well, why didn't you call me? Welcome to real estate investing, guys. That is what a landlord and a lot of you guys out there listening may deal with. So it may not always be for the right person. Remember, I told you in the beginning of the show, make sure you understand it, understand the risk, and make sure it's something that you're willing to take on. We got a lot of congrats, a lot of activity going on this week. New listing 8048 Sticky Creek out in Loudon. Make sure you check that out, over 19 acres. New building lot in Tennessee National, 7244 Persimmon Ridge. Beautiful lot. Build your custom home over there. New listing on U.S. Highway in Loudon. It's on the market. We've got multiple offers on that. Didn't take long. New price on 467 Watauga Avenue. Congrats. New price improvement there. Brand new renovation in North Lincoln Park. Allensville Ridge under contract. Congrats. Bethlehem Road under contract. Congrats. And then our great sellers on large tract of land in Roane County in Rockwood, over 15 acres. And our great friends out in Carter area. Pleasant Hill. That's the property of the week, Pleasant Hill. Congrats to those guys selling their property. And thanks for all the trust and support in such a big move. That was an investment property. No matter how big, no matter how small, no matter what the property is, anytime you guys giving us an opportunity, whether you listen to us on the radio or a friend or referral. Maybe you see advertisements and you give us an opportunity to talk to either me or my team members. It means a lot. And your referrals mean a lot as well. I've got a lot of great past clients that tune into our show or kind of pop in from now and now and say, hey, Ryan, I see you're busy. And just want to say shout out to all you guys. And thank you so much for following us over the years. And that's how we build our business and, just taking care of our great clients and taking that one step at a time, whether it's an investment property or downsizing, or I had a couple that just had, bad news on a separation, a divorce just the other day. So helping you through those tough times is what we do, and glad to be part of it, and hopefully the good times. Let's talk about investing in real estate. So the market's all over the place, stock market, not sure if it's where it's going to be. Where do I put my money? Where do we start? Let's start with real estate. One of the most important things you can do in real estate is keep your mind open on new ideas. The most successful real estate investors see profit and opportunities everywhere, and the ability to be a creative financing is even more critical in today's market. How is that not true? That is true. Back in the days, I got started in real estate. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I got started in real estate regarding investment real estate. There's a guy back way in the days. Probably nobody's ever heard of him. His name's Carlton Sheets. And back in the day, he used to run all the infomercials, and they used to come out, and he would have these programs where it'd say, low down payment, no down payment, creative financing. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, well, that's probably a scam, or it's too good to be true, or it's, it's at late night. But the truth about it, Carlton Sheets was a smart guy. I don't know anything about him personally, but the creative financing in real estate has been around for years. And that topic of being open to new ideas and possibilities to create and solve problems in real estate. As we transition into a new market, the market is clearly changing. Whether it's a buyer's market, seller's market, or we're just in a market that really is unsure. And I think that that's regarding the economy, right? You watch what's going on. We watched the speech that happened the other day. Don't even need to comment on it, but you kind of see that the country has a sense of unrest, not sure where we want to be. We know where we want to be. Let me rephrase that. We know where we want to be. Some others may not know where we need to be. And we need to get to that direction back where we were some time ago. And when the country's in unrest, food prices, inflation's rampant, potential layoffs, things like that, that affects all segments of the market, especially the housing market. The housing market, and a lot of data and things that come through, it takes time. So, as the food prices may go up, strawberries may go up to $7 a basket, gas may go up quickly. The real estate market does not happen as such. It's more of a cyclical cycle. It could take 6 months to a year before you see those trends. We're seeing things 6 months ago, what we saw in July with a lot of the adjustments with the interest rates and things like that. You're seeing that kind of come over to the market at the end of December and January. But we also saw that during the summer. So when consumer confidence is not where you want to be, that's where we're seeing opportunities in the marketplace. Now, last year as an investor, and a lot of guys you listening are investors, to find a deal in the marketplace was very challenging. Where would you go? You go to your normal places, you go to auctions, you go to different places, the MLS, maybe your best friend's an agent, things like that. So you look for those deals, different places, but they weren't there. Or the investments that you guys were looking at that would be, quote, a deal were just way overpriced. And then so a lot of buyers that are in the marketplace that were investing really just stopped and they didn't get in the marketplace, and that the inventory was so overpriced. But as the market shifts now, and what we're talking about opportunities in the marketplace, there's ways to be creative and solve financing. And so I was going back to what Carlton said, and I think what you got from that program early on, and that's how I got into real estate. I didn't get into real estate to be, a salesperson. It just happened to do that, and be into sales. Love the career, love meeting new people. And it was an opportunity to get into a space that I was not familiar. But if it wasn't for real estate investing, I may have not even got into this career. And so with real estate investing, I saw an opportunity that you can invest in your future and ideally, right, cash flow. So if somebody else can pay the property down, while they're living there, then that can build your retirement. And that's where a lot of people have opted, for the real estate market, as investing in real estate is a great opportunity for retirement and financial freedom. And so those are things that we're looking at in the marketplace. And then the creative part of that, really understanding that marketplace. So where are we going to find opportunities as we go into the second part of the show? Inventory is key, but being creative and not having the normal channels is also important. And we got so much more coming up on the second half. Real Estate with Ryan. Stay tuned.
There's no place like home, and this basketball house is special. The great games, players, championships, it's a true home court advantage.
I'm Ryan Coleman. Both basketball and real estate take great drive and determination. Whether you're in the market to buy or sell a home,
let Hometown Realty give you the home court advantage.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty. The real estate market's changing every day. You need to know your home's value in today's market. Text your home address to 290-2290 for an instant, no obligation home evaluation. That's 865-290-2290. And remember, when you're ready to sell, we have a guaranteed sale program to get you in your next home stress-free. Trust your hometown experts. We've helped thousands of people just like you. All right, we're back at you. Second half, quick show, Real Estate with Ryan. If you're tuning in the first time, we're talking about real estate investing, what you need to know to invest in the real estate market. Maybe your money's in the stock market. Maybe you've never been in real estate and you want to invest in real estate. Or maybe you're that seasoned veteran that owns a lot of properties. Maybe we can network and talk about how we can get deals and help each other. Hope you enjoyed this show. We thought it was a good show, starting out the new year, new goals, opportunities, and with the market shifting a little bit, we've got opportunities that we didn't see last year. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do our Vol update. Hometown Realty, proud sponsor of the Vols. Vols are on fire. A lot of things going on in the athletic space. All right, let's get drum roll, please, real quickly. All right. Men are playing Missouri Saturday, February 11th, 6 p.m. at home. We got our women playing Vanderbilt on Sunday, February the 12th at 2 p.m. Home game. Make sure you check out our Lady Vols. And then the men are back in action baseball, February the 17th, Arizona. It's a Desert Invitational Tournament. So that's pretty cool. Preseason, I presume. Hard to believe baseball is here. And that is your 60-second Vol update. Hometown Realty, proud sponsor of the Vols. Hey, we're just going right on through the season, guys. Vols are just doing their thing. A tough loss the other night. We won't even talk about it. Won't even talk about it on the radio. But that's February. Got to work through the slumps, got to work through all that. But that's okay. Getting ready for March Madness will be right around the corner. So we're game tested. A lot of great wins that we've had this year, working out a couple of little things that we're working with on the kinks. Women look awesome. They've had a couple, just a tough schedule. Just a tough schedule. Brutal. I think that they're going to be really battle tested. Some injuries, but Coach Harper's doing a great job with the girls. And I tell you, the toughness with the Lady Vol program, just watching them out there, they got a little fire to them. They got a little hunger to them. We watched the Connecticut game, and we've been watching them all year. And they're a good group of girls, and they work hard. So hats off to them and all they're doing this season. So been fun to watch all of our Vols. All right, back in the show. I'll get sidetracked talking about our Vols, man. We believe Big Orange over here. If you don't have your orange, if you're new to East Tennessee, you know it's a new color. Try to tell everybody. You gotta get used to the orange. All right, let's get back to our real estate investing. So you guys, if you own property or you don't own property, you know the answer. You got to buy what? Got to buy low. Best deal. Ryan, do you got any great deals for me? Do you have any investment properties off market? Buying at the right price is everything. Investment real estate really comes down to knowing your neighborhood, knowing your areas, but the money's made when you buy the property and then when you sell it. That's really where it is. You're going to have some expenses. You're going to have some renovations if you do sell it. Maybe you're going to hold it for long term. So the purchase price is the most important. We say tap into a hidden market. What do you mean, Ryan? These are some of the things that we're talking about earlier on, that you can go to the foreclosure auctions. You can go to, the MLS or things like that. but we really don't find the best deals there, do we? Hidden markets are obviously where there's distressed sellers or some different needs throughout that aren't a conventional sale. Maybe the home needs a lot of work. It won't pass FHA or VA. And a lot of sellers just want to sell it as is. So a lot of properties that you as an investor maybe would not see, hey, they're on these unconventional markets. Most important thing that you want to do is network with a great agent in your marketplace. I'm always going to say a lot of the deals that we've purchased over the years are never on the MLS or never in the marketplace. You're going to find them off market. So having a great relationship with a great agent in the marketplace, not only that can find you those deals, help you get the most up-to-date financing, best rates, especially if it's commercial financing. We have some loans that are called DSLR, debt servicing loans. All right. And they go off the income of the property. And so we have a lot of different opportunities out there that if, you're in the marketplace to purchase, you want to link up with a great agent in the marketplace. It's also important that agent has inventory experience, whether you're flipping or holding long-term, that can kind of help you and walk you through that. Even you guys may be in the short-term rental marketplace. How is that a whole different animal, right? Short-term rentals have exploded in Sevierville and Gatlinburg over the years and has been one of the most sound investments in the country that we have people relocating here. And so it's so important to get somebody that in the short-term rental game that really understands that versus the long-term rental game. Costs up front. Even if it's your second or third time, or you've got multiple property, there's nothing wrong with the budget, right? Nothing wrong with the budget. You want to make sure you know your costs up front, especially in today's market. Interest rates are higher. What are we going to have to do up front? Is our down payment requirements change? As the lender changes, right? As the market changes, their requirements are changing. You may have to have higher reserves. What was a drive-by appraisal before maybe is not a drive-by appraisal before. And let's say that we have a tenant. A lot of the properties, we work with smaller banks locally. Great source for your investment deals. Your number one opportunity is having a relationship, not only with a great agent, but a great local banker here in town that knows you personally, that has an opportunity not only to know you about your finances, but know about your deals. Because these are great relationships that some properties that we come across they're occupied and won't even allow you to step foot on the property. And so some of those properties that we come across, you've got to be able to get financing or pay cash. And, obviously your money's not working for you if you're paying all cash on every deal. And so using that leverage of the bank's money, you have to pass the appraisal, right? And so how are we going to pass the appraisal if there's somebody in there? That's where the relationship comes into play and we can work around the appraisal. So all these things kind of come into play and understand the market, understanding upfront cost, and then knowing where the market is now. Guys, so what we thought was a good buy in North Knoxville may not be a good buy in North Knoxville. How about Hardin Valley, where we thought it was a certain flip price or hold price, and now that market's changed. So it's also so important to really understand the market, especially in a market that's changing. The number one thing that you can do in today's market is to understand their pendings, right? Pendings I always tell our sellers today's market, pendings show you what buyers are willing to pay. A home is worth what a buyer and a seller are willing to pay. And the perfect example of what a market value is our pendings. And so check our pendings. Have conversations with other agents that have those pendings to really get an understanding of what the market is bringing. So if we have 123 Main Street, it's been in the market 97 days. It's in really great shape. Looks like it's a renovation. What was going on with that? Is there economic conditions? Did it pass or fail a couple inspections? What happened? Did it fall out of escrow? Things to look for. And then you'll see trends in the marketplace that may help you with your next purchase, especially if one is close by. Manage your risk in real estate investment. Obviously, putting a large amount of money down or paying cash like our friend Dave Ramsey will always encourage you to do. But sometimes that's not always feasible. And especially if it's your first one or if you're leveraging multiple properties, I know not going cash all the time makes sense, especially if the deal supports it. So number one, depending on what you're buying, make sure that the property allocates for some financing if you choose to elect to pay financing. Don't overpay for a property. Don't get into emotions about a bidding war, numbers, and things like that. Understand that not every deal is going to work out, and there may be a bidder for every house, but stick with the budget, because your budget's going to keep you exactly where you need to be. And those unforeseen circumstances, we call it Murphy. Murphy's going to happen. If you go in there and start renovating the property, before you know it, we think it doesn't need a roof. Guess what it needs? You know it needs a roof. And so we have to allocate for that, and really understanding that. I think a really big thing and key, we'll talk about the Smokies or locally, is know your rules and regulations for your real estate investment. A second rental in a city, or you want to convert a first floor into a possible split duplex and maybe make some other cash flow and turn it into a 2-unit, make sure that your zoning ordinances qualify for that. Make sure in Sevierville, Gatlinburg market, very, very big, that we don't have deed restrictions that stop you from renting the property out. You would think that that would be marked, but a lot of times it's not. And then consider non-traditional real estate investments. Storage buildings, multifamily, warehouse buildings, industrials are great opportunities to look into the commercial space, as the commercial market is a totally different animal. And then I think, as we close on the show, no matter it's your first one, last one, or multiple one, don't get emotional, as I always say. Take it deal by deal. Look at the numbers. Make sure you have a margin. Make sure your budgets, you go through there and estimate as much margin as you can. And then think about on the purchase, is it going to be long-term or is it going to be short-term? And then a lot of that will come into play. Have a great agent write everything up for you, work with you on that team, put a team around you, and you should be in great shape. I hope you've enjoyed Real Estate with Ryan. I've enjoyed spending time with you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday.